guys, welcome back to Kinetik Mums with me, Sian. Today's video is looking at what a typical day in a mum's life is like. I know that we all have really different days. Everybody is completely different, and my day is usually a mixture of well-planned routine which never quite goes to plan and complete chaos. So I'm probably not the best subject for this, but then at the same time I think it's really interesting to have an insight into other people's lives. It's Monday today. We've had a really busy weekend. I was planning to sort of do some videoing while we were getting ready for school, but it was just impossible. But basically a weekday morning starts like this in our house. So my alarm goes off at 6. Generally the kids are in before then anyway because they're early risers, and the kids will have some breakfast, and I do 30 minutes of yoga while they're eating their breakfast, which is literally the only time I would fit in to do any exercise and actually do it. If I did it in the evening, I know I'd find an excuse not to do anything, so I do that. Then we all kind of rush around and get ready. The kids are quite self-sufficient now, although very, very slow, so with a lot of prompting from me, we get ourselves dressed. And then we leave the house at 8:30, between 8:30 and 8:40. The kids have to be at school by 10 to 9, but it's just down the road. Drop them off at school, which is I just find mornings absolutely insane. It's literally non-stop, rush, rush, rush. I try really hard not to get freaked out by time, but it's so difficult, especially when I'm so bad at managing time myself. So once we drop the kids off at school, breathe a sigh of relief, back in the car, back home. And then because I work for myself, I generally set my own work hours, and I try to work between 9:30 and 3 every day, which is when I pick the kids up from school. Monday nights are swimming nights, so it's really busy after school. So what I do on a Monday morning is try and whack some kind of meal together into my slow cooker so that we can come home and just eat it later. And we like to eat as a family. That's something else we've started to do, because I used to cook a meal for the kids, wash that up, then we put them to bed, then we'd eat our dinner. So it's like 2 different meals, 2 lots of washing up. I was always in the kitchen when my kids were eating their tea, so it just felt like we should do more stuff as a family, and that's one of them, and it's working really nicely. Now I'm just cooking. If you have a look, I'm just chopping some onions up and then put them in my slow cooker with some pork, and that's some applesauce, and that's our dinner for tonight. I'll tune back in a little while when I've cooked, because I'm not into doing cooking demos, and we'll catch up in a bit. So dinner's now ready and gone into the slow cooker, so that's a job ticked off the list. Before I sit down and do any work, we all have another job as mums and dads, I'm sure, and that's housework. Yay! So that is something I have to do every day. Monday there always seems to be a lot more of it. So my next job is this. Putting the washing out, putting that washing away. Do you know what? I don't need to join the gym, because actually I'm on my feet so much in the day, and I bet you are as well. This is my next job, the hoover. Pick up all the kids' clutter and clean up after this young lady. That's our old dog Holly, who is the hairiest dog you'll ever meet. So we have to vacuum a lot. And the next part of my day is where I come here to my office. It's at home. I'm self-employed, so it's quite nice to have my own workspace, and generally this is where all the magic happens for my business. So yeah, I've just got my little desk set up, a few little jobs to do on the list today. I've got all my notes from a meeting I had on Friday, which I need to write up into a blog post, and then I've got to order the kids' school photos. So that's my job next. So what do you guys do when you're working? I'd really like to know all about your day. Do you ever get to 3 o'clock, or when you pick up the kids from school, and wonder where on earth the last 6 hours have gone? So suddenly it's time to pick the kids up. It's raining, because it always rains on the school run, and my piece is about to be shattered. I'm just going to go and get the crazies from school, go home, get ready for swimming lessons, and back out on the road. So I'll catch up with you in a minute when I've got them. Prepare yourselves, because they're bound to be in a good mood. Hi everybody, so we're home from school, and I've got some happy kids. How was your day?
Good.
Good. You been swimming?
Yeah.
Swimming, and she's going swimming again in a minute for a swimming lesson. And then you've had, what did you do?
Going to forest school.
So Sam's in his civvies because he has forest school on a Monday. So you did bug collecting today, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had fit socks.
And we've both got to do reading with both kids. And Amber's got some spellings to prepare for a spelling test. So.
And Mummy, and Amber's gonna think after a snack she's going to be swimming.
And Amber's going swimming. So we just come home just to have 5 minutes to ourselves, then we get changed to go back out again, and then whilst Emma has her lesson, Sam and I will do some reading practice, and then we get home, Amber and I will do some reading practice. So it's just all go, go, go. So yeah, it's a busy day in the Smith household, but we'll see you soon. Bye. Hi guys, so we're back from swimming. And now it's time for some homework while dinner finishes off in the slow cooker and we wait for Dad to get home. We read with the kids every night. Sam's in reception and Amber's in year 2. So she's got some spellings to do and a book. We need to do some reading from her school book. And then Sam is also got some reading and writing to do. So he's just he's building a rocket first. It's very important. And then after that we'll work on these letters. And then he's got a little book to read as well. So you know, when you've got 2 kids at school, that's a bit of a challenge, I guess, because we are asked to read with them every night, and which is really important for helping them develop. So you just have to find the time for all these things, don't you? We do something after school every day, whether it's dancing lessons, swimming lessons, going to see grandparents, and different things like that, whilst trying to keep the house tidy, get them fed on time, get them to bed on time. And then, you know, doing your own work throughout the day. It's all lots busy, but it's all good fun. So I need to crack on with these 2 now. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. He's looking good. Look, bubble, bubble, bubble. Ooh, steamy. So that's nearly ready. And so it's time to set the table. Right, so tea's all done and ready and washed up. So now it's time for bath time for my 2 little monkeys. Quite nice. They're still at an age where they'll have a bath together, which is always nice. So yeah, that's our next job, and then we'll be getting ready for bed. Nearly there. Dad's home. He's taking over while with the kids in the bath and putting them to bed for a couple of minutes. So another load of washing in the machine, and then I'm just going to go and clear out the kitchen from tea. Hubby's putting the kids into bed. I'm just getting the stuff ready for school tomorrow. The stuff that we do every morning is make sure the kids have a vitamin each before they go to school. We all have a vitamin every day. It's just something else I can try and do to keep their immune systems up, especially at this time of the year when there's so much going round. They have to take a bottle of water to school, so we fill that up and put it in the fridge the night before so it's nice and cold. And then they've just started taking their own snacks to school, so I prepare those. So Sam likes a little box of grapes and Amber likes to have some cheese and crackers in her bag. So I'm just going to get those sorted and then we'll be on to the next stage. Hey, so it's just got 8 o'clock. Kids are finally settling down into bed, and now I'm settling down on my sofa with my laptop. After a busy day, I like to get some work done in the evening, so I do a couple of hours before I head up to bed as well, most days. It's just part of running the business, and I work when I can, really. If I had a full-time job, I'd have to squeeze all of that into the hours that I worked for my employer, quite possibly. So we all just fit in what we can and when we can, don't we? So I know this might not have been the most exciting day in the life of a person that you've ever seen, but then I don't think anyone would say that their life was exciting. It's certainly varied, and you do spend so much time rushing around doing things for yourself, but for other people as well, and dads do the same. And I just think it's really interesting for us all to sort of share tips and ideas and ways that we can all make our lives a little bit easier. We all try so hard to fit everything in. I think that we forget to look after ourselves. And I try and keep on top of stuff, but it's so difficult. And I often drop a ball, quite often, most days. But, you know, we're only human, so Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed following our escapades for today, and just please keep watching Kinetik Mums. We're here to help champion your family's health, and I'd love to hear about your days as well. So please comment, please send us updates and tell us all about what you're up to. So take care and see you soon.